The barbershop has always been, as they said, Cedric the Entertainer said in the movie, the black man's social club. And in barbershops, men talk a number of conversations. And then once upon a time, the barbershop was able to be that way because it was mostly men in there. And what we find out that most of these black men, like the young men we work with, have failed relationships in their lives. And even though they may have been 40, 50, and 60 years old, they had still issues from their teenage years that they never closed the door on or never got assistance on, and they put it away. And from there, you see the acting out, the walking away from families, the domestic violence at times. When it comes to healing, we can't heal others till we heal self.
Hey, shalom, shalom to you all. Hey, check it out. We're here at Goodfellows Barbershop in Tacoma, Washington. And we about to go up in there and see what they talk about. Show them maybe, hopefully show them a little something that they didn't know that was in the Bible. You know how we do barbershop talk. Another episode for you, all right? Let's go up in here and check them out, okay? Remember, Goodfellows Barbershop, Tacoma, Washington.
How you doing?
What's your name? I'm doing
My name is Alice.
Alice?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Tobias.
Tobias, okay.
How long you been coming?
About 5 years.
5 years, you like it?
Yeah, it's a white, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
your
I go to my, no, that's my barber.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Mike.
White, yeah.
All right.
Best in the land over there.
All right. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? These guys, he acted with us. Okay, so he acted with us. So, that's what I don't really know enough about. Right.
Okay, right here. Hi, how you doing? All right, I'm Alice.
Okay, I'm Yari.
Yari. Okay. I was telling Tobias, I don't know much about the Israelites, but I studied the word.
Okay.
I've been studying a long time, about 40 years.
Okay.
But I don't know much, but I heard a little bit like in black movies, like Roots and that other black movie they had. Harriet Tubman, they had a little bit of the Israelites in there too, because that was their religion. Right? But I don't know much about it. But you guys say Israelite, or Israel, or is it Israelite? Israelite in Christ?
Oh, Israel united in Christ.
United. Okay, gotcha. I see y'all been there tonight.
Okay, over on
See, I passed it a lot of times because I was going to actually come one day. Well, twice I was going to stop in there because I talked to Bianca. I don't know y'all changed her name.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
Okay, I talked to Bianca because she worked at my eye doctor place.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was going to come a couple of times. She said, come after 2 or come before 2 or something like that. And I was going to come. I still might come.
Yeah, come through, man.
I mean, because I see y'all today, that's a sign.
Yeah, come through. All we do is we just show, who we are in life. Who we are. When I say we are talking about black Americans, like today. A lot of people, they reach out to multiple genres, I'll say that, of people, right? So we figure we'll reach out to that community. A lot of people don't reach out to like the Native community. A lot of people don't reach out to like, obviously don't reach out to us every tribe, right? But we don't really get to see or know exactly what everybody's talking about. When you go to the Bible, you think about the different stories about a lot of us is native people that, over there right now having right? A lot of us is native people or Gentiles, right? The black Gentiles. But really, the Bible is really just our history. All it really is. It's the history of who we were, what we did, who we encountered, what it was, and so we try to show that, we try to lighten that, give that light, and let people know that's what the Bible's actually talking about. Because it's unfortunate today, like in our communities, in our churches, we're not actually taught that. We're not taught. You know, we're not told.
That's why I don't go.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
I study at home. That's why I don't go because
We're not told.
I'm really irritated when I go because I'm not getting what I need when I go.
Like even me, my own experience, you know, before I actually started finding out what it's really talking about. You know, I used to ask questions. You know, my uncle, I had a couple of my uncles as pastors, and I ask questions, and I'm always told, you know, just love, Jesus love, you know what I'm saying? Which we all probably heard. You know, we've always heard that, but we're not really shown like, okay, what this really is talking about, what this really means. Like you go see different words like, you know, Canaanites or Jebusites or, you know, like what is that? I didn't even know it was a nation of people. Like that's a nation of people. That's a type of people.
It was a group of people.
Yeah, and you know, those are the different things that, you know, you ask the local pastor, and a lot of times he don't know, or he don't tell you.
You know why?
He just tell you, oh, just, you know, you'll learn
why?
to love Jesus.
Because he hasn't been home.
Right. He don't know himself. Right.
Okay. I've been studying a long time. There's a lot I don't know. There's a lot I know.
Okay.
Okay, check this out. Tell me your breakdown of the garden.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
You trying to go far with it. She trying to go far with it immediately.
I know. Hey, I need to know that first.
Right here. So what do you mean to break down the garden?
Okay.
Where's it at?
No. I know where it's at.
What happened?
You got it? Yeah. That's what I want to know. What's your?
Okay, I'm gonna help you out here.
Because I know what happened.
Uh-oh.
So I want to know if you know what happened.
Oh, let's see if you
So,
know what happened.
oh yeah, I know.
You mess with the apocrypha?
And see, I'm in my second marriage, right? So my first marriage with this guy.
I said, do you mess with the apocrypha?
Hold on. I don't know nothing about it. Hold on, let me finish. So my first marriage, I guess God sent this guy in my life, right? It was real brief. But he knew that you weren't God. So he taught me how to study and da-da-da, and a lot of the truths and how to find the truth and how to study and how to understand about that. And well, I knew about the talk before, but he went to death. So he was there for a season and then he wasn't there. Okay, so we got divorced. I'm in my second marriage now. We've been together 20 years. But this guy here, he was sent by God, but he didn't want to live for God. So I don't know what he's doing now, but I learned a lot from this guy because of God. I know why.
Right.
So, okay, I'm back. I don't know about the crop. I seen it.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for you to tell me
All
what
right.
it is.
So I'm about to go into the apocrypha to get some understanding of what happened in the garden. So that's why I asked you about
I'm
it.
listening.
So go to Wisdom of Solomon 14.
I'm listening.
Start at verse 12.
Okay.
You packed her out too. You packed her your team.
Yeah, I'm from there.
Okay. Oh, you from Green Bay for real?
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Green Bay.
Yeah. Go pack. Don't play.
Go with Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and verse 12.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Notice what it said. It's the beginning of spiritual fornication. It
I know
said
exactly what that means.
the devising of idols.
Uh-huh.
Because what was Eve taught?
Eve was by God.
No, from the serpent. So what happened in the garden?
So,
She didn't bite no apples now.
No.
She didn't bite no
She
apples.
listened to him,
Okay.
first of all.
Okay.
Then she laid with him.
What?
Second of all.
Oh, okay.
She laid with him. And
So she-
Adam did too.
Bro, what are you
she
talking
made
about,
an
man?
angel human.
She made
An angel human, is that what you're saying?
what?
You messed with the book of Enoch.
I've been through it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of stuff I still don't understand. I don't claim to know everything, but I know a lot.
The Enoch that we have, I'm not saying that he didn't make one. The Bible don't say he didn't make. The Bible don't say that he made a book.
Right.
Right? It says
Right.
he walked with God.
He walked with God.
I'm gonna show you what that means actually real fast. Go to Genesis, because if you have any thoughts of that, I'm gonna show you that real fast. What that means by walking with God. Genesis 6 and 9.
She didn't eat no apple.
Yeah, she didn't eat them.
Because it was the fruit was the word coming out of his mouth.
Oh. What?
It was word.
We were just talking about that yesterday. Hey, we were just talking about that yesterday.
But the time Eve was idolatry.
Yeah.
So when he told Eve, you'll be just like man, or you'll be on his level, you'll be able to show himself. And Adam, since he was, he listened to his woman. Instead of shutting that down and shutting that foolishness down from God's. That's why we remember.
Well, that's not what God said. It's there.
Right, exactly. God didn't tell you this.
God didn't tell you that.
Right, watch this. But watch this. This is walking with God. So this is what Enoch did. Go to Genesis. Start at 5:20, wherever it says Enoch. You know my Genesis is messed up.
I'm in Genesis 3 in my mind, but I don't know what this is.
This is the Bible.
What is the? I see some different words in there
The
though.
Apocrypha is with it. So the Apocrypha is a part of the original 1611. It's a part of it. Then, the Constantine, them, they split that thing up. Go ahead, read that.
Book of Genesis, chapter 5, verse 22. And Enoch walked with God.
So it says Enoch walked with God. Read.
After he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters.
Start read 24. Oh no, yeah, keep reading.
Verse 23. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
He was not. That means he did not die. Because when you read in Genesis 5, it's going over the lineage from Adam to Seth and all the sons, right? So it says that he was not. He didn't die. He walked with God. So a lot of people take that and interpret it, especially when you go into Jude. I'll go to Jude real fast.
That's the same with Moses.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up Moses. I'm going to show you
That's the same with Moses. And the same with John the Baptist.
I'm going to show you Noah, though. Watch. Because people don't take Noah as the same difference. So I'm going to show you what the Bible says. Go to Jude. You got it? Okay, read.
I'm in Jude.
Oh, no. Go to Enoch. Where is that? We'll get it real quick.
Book of Jude, verse 14.
So this is why they use that book of Enoch. I went through all of the Ethiopian scriptures, Enoch 1, 2, and 3, but it don't line up correctly with the Bible. Read that.
The book of Jude, verse 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints to execute judgment upon all and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him.
So remember, that was talking about in the days in the beginning, because in Genesis chapter, now read 6 and 5. So people take that and say Enoch prophesied, meaning he must have written a book. But the Bible don't actually say he wrote a book. It say he prophesied. Remember, Enoch was one of the righteous men of his generation. That's why God took him. Same with Noah. Watch, read.
And book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
That's what God realized. God realized that every imagination, and notice it said the thoughts of his heart. So God is saying, what is your heart?
Your mind?
Your mind is your heart, right? According to the scriptures. He said every thought was evil continually. Read.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
So Enoch during this time was prophesying, telling the people that you guys are evil. You guys are being evil. Don't be this way. Same way Noah was found righteous. Read on. Watch.
Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth.
Now remember, remember we read that in Jude. This was Enoch was prophesying that God is going to destroy y'all, which it happened in the flood, right? Read on.
Both man and beast, and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air.
Read.
For it repented me that I have made.
Read on.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Read on.
These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation.
Noah was a just man and he was perfect in his generation. Read on.
And Noah walked with God.
See that? Noah walked with God too, but Noah didn't get took up. But the Bible said God did take up Enoch, but when it says Enoch walked with God, it just means that he was a just and perfect man in his generation. That's all it's saying. You know, Noah was too. Noah was too. So now, going back to what you said in the garden, Wisdom of Solomon 14. Because this is what happened. So she was taught idolatry. That's what happened. And then she went and ran to Adam.
And told Adam.
And he listened.
And he listened.
And that's what happened. Then they got cursed.
Yep.
Then they got kicked out the damn garden. See, that's what people don't realize. Remember, they got kicked out the garden. Remember, they had a land of Nod there.
Right.
There was other men, just like he made multiple fishes. He made multiple cattle. He made multiple men as well.
That's why he said trees, because trees is symbolic to man. And it was many.
Okay,
it was many.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I know a lot, but I need to learn a lot.
They walked among the trees.
They walked among
which
the
he
trees.
walked among the people.
Thank
All praise
you.
to the Most High.
Yeah.
Read that now in Wisdom of Solomon 14.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
See, that was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
Fornication.
Going against the Most High, right? The devising of idols. Read.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
You see that? And that corrupted life.
Corrupted life.
So now man
it brought
didn't live
sin. It brought sin.
Exactly. So man didn't live forever no more. Man had to get cut off now in his days. Read.
For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
You see that? No more. Read.
For by the vainglory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end.
Now watch this. Now jump over to verse 21.
Verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name.
So this is what happened. Now over time, this is what happened, right? Because of that. Watch. Read on.
Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace.
Read.
For while as they slew their children in sacrifices.
And this is all happened because of idolatry. All these things when we start. Remember, even Aaron went off and he told the people to make a golden calf so they can have a god. You see that? Because they didn't believe Moses was going to come back. And they didn't believe Moses was up on the mount actually talking to the Heavenly Father. You see that? Read.
For while as they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously, or grieved him by adultery.
Because that's what was going on even back then. People don't realize that because there was plenty of marriage and all that going on back then. The people were dealing with each other. It's just that God chose Adam to give him the laws, right? And he was supposed to spread it throughout the earth at that time. Read.
So that there reigns in all men without expectation blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation. Corrupt.
Dissimulation is fake love. It's false love. That's what dissimulation is. It's fake love, basically, right? Read.
Corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good terms, defiling of souls.
Falling of souls, read.
Changing of time.
That's happening right now today. We can go into that. I can go to Romans 1 and we can talk about that. Because we see that all day today. Changing of times. Read.
Disorder in marriages.
Disorder in marriages. Read.
Adultery. And shameless uncleanness.
Now here's the point. Verse 27.
For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
See that? That's what happened. That's what happened. He got showed idolatry. That's what God didn't tell Adam to give to Eve. Remember, God told Adam, go name all the beasts, go name all the trees, go name all the bushes, go do all that. Well, he also taught Eve that, but remember, he had already done it, right? He needed Eve to what? Reproduce. You know, because he had seen that he was by himself. He was like, dang, everybody's mating but me. So God gave him a woman to mate with, someone like unto himself. You see that? That's what happened. No, not just for military. They got a law passed that it's legal to marry your animal. Yeah, bestiality is legal now today. Yep. Truck. No, he signed off on homosexuality, but not the bestiality. Yeah, that was during Trump's time. But you know, to be honest with you, I still think Obama had something to do with it because you know it was right when Trump came in. You know, all that big scandal stuff was going on, but people didn't realize these things were being signed. That you could marry your Right? Correct? I can't answer that.